Hello. In a previous video, we talk about how much is your critical mind tearing you apart. Some people call that intrusive thoughts. Some people call that negative thoughts. I just call it critical mind. That's the phrase I like to use. If you're able to improve your ability to catch yourself, waking up unconsciously from being lost in a battle with your critical mind, right? You wake up 20 minutes later, been tearing myself apart for 20 minutes. If you could press a button and live in an ideal world, right? An ideal version of your mind, meaning one that's well trained, well practiced, what would that mind have more capacity for? What would it be more capable of? And I'm gonna hypothesize that it's only two things. One is the ability to catch yourself in the act of being in a critical self rabbit hole. You've been beating yourself up for a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, or whatever, and pulling the e-brake and stopping it. Which begs the question, well, and then what? What else can I do at that point? Well, let's ask what's missing. What's missing from your system that if we were to install it into your brain's operating system, you'd enjoy life more? And from 60,000 feet, we can just say what's missing is balance. And what would that balance look like? It would look like getting in the habit of celebrating yourself and being appreciative and thankful for all the things, not just that you're doing right, but all your good intentions, who you're being in the world, all the trying that you're doing, all the intending that you're doing, all the love you're putting out there in all its various forms, whether that's with people or with your work or with your hobby. So I'm going to invite you to create a new idea for your brain that, just think of it just like training a pet. You don't train cats. Let's be more specific. It's just like training a dog. So, right, you have two options. One is to simply distract your brain when you catch it in the act of beating yourself up. And that's a great place to start. Highly recommended. The next stage of this would look like, hey, now that I've caught it, I gotta now balance it out. So if you just spent, you know where this is going, half an hour beating yourself up, guess what you get to order up? You get to sit there for a half an hour and build yourself up. Right? Now, I don't do that. I don't do a half hour. Simply because I'm 10 or 15 years into practicing catching my critical mind. But it's still a daily practice. And it's just that I'm far enough on the journey that perhaps I'm catching it, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds into the act. And I have much less balancing it out to do. So, why don't we just keep this simple? And rather than asking you to balance it out for half an hour, why don't we just pick a number? 3, 5, 7. Let's go with 5. Why don't we go with 5? So from now on, when you catch yourself beating yourself up, balance it out. Pause for 30 seconds and come up with 5 good things to say about yourself in the domain of whatever topic you were beating yourself up about. All right? So don't necessarily just go off the top of your head generically and go, I'm lovely, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful. You could do that. I mean, that could be your starting point, right? But if you're specifically beating yourself up about, I wasn't very nice to my brother on the last phone call. I didn't ask him how he was doing. I didn't inquire. I wasn't, I didn't show my best caring self on that call. Now pause and consider, wait a sec. I showed up for the call. I was on time to the call. Told him I loved him when I got off the call. Do you see what's going on here? It's that your brain just isn't designed to capture the positives in life. It is designed to capture the what you could do betters, because that's going to improve your survival chances as you evolve through the next 6 million years, right? So just give up all hope that your brain is designed to think good thoughts about you, and commit yourself to balancing it out. All right, you can do this. Next time you catch yourself in the act, balance it out. Say five quote-unquote positive things about yourself that you unfairly were missing and not catching about what just transpired. You actually were lovely. You actually were beautiful. You actually were loving. Okay? And your brain's just not designed to catch it. So that is the Mind OS upgrade I invite you to try on for this next week or two. And as always, if you found something in this video helpful, please give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more interesting ideas about life. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.